So there should be. One, obviously, for Cucurella tonight, Don and Rory, but 3 for 18-year-old Mark Guiu. Got 2 last week, 6 in the competition.
What a performer.
Yeah.
What a competition for him. Looks like he's sort of growing week by week. He's finding his form in this competition. Top scorer, as you said. He's leading the line well. What it does look to me, looks like he's brave. The goal that he got tonight when he bounced off the post looked pretty naughty and nasty, and he sort of shrugged it off. Yes, there might be adrenaline of him scoring the goal, but he's led the line for Chelsea in this competition. His attitude's been really good. I've talked about that for a number of weeks. The likes of Dewsbury Hall and Nkunku and João Felix, when they've started these games, they've contributed with the right attitude, and Mark Guiu, I think, has been sensational for them, and he can only keep doing this. I mean, there's the brave goal. It's a wonder, really, how he doesn't get a more of a serious knock or injury. So,
doesn't it?
He's led the line really well, and you know, you hear Mark Cucurella saying, I mean, it's terrible defending, you have to say, but you hear Mark Cucurella saying he's scoring these goals in training, he's brave, he comes from good pedigree, and he can only keep doing what he's doing. It takes me back to Harry Kane when he couldn't get a sniff in the Tottenham side, and he was playing the Europa League and he was banging in goals for fun, and then Harry Redknapp had to play him, and the rest is history. So hopefully he gets his chance in the first team.
Well, that may happen. We'll see. Why did Barcelona sell him, and have Chelsea got themselves a little gem?
Well, he was very cheap for a 17-year-old kid who'd scored within 27 seconds of his Barcelona debut, which feels like a good start to your career.
Yes, it does.
Second touch in a game against Athletic Bilbao,
Good knowledge.
Barca's issue was that they didn't renew his contract quickly enough. They had a £5 million, €7 million buyout in his initial contract that he had kind of had coming up from the youth team, and basically at Barcelona, I'm not sure they knew what they had particularly, because he's not a typical Barcelona youth product. He's not a Gavi or a Pedri or Lamine Yamal, who he was in the same Spanish under-17 team as. You know, he's a penalty box player. All 3 of those goals tonight, I think, are the sorts of goals that he scored throughout his career. They're poacher's goals. Feels like a slightly old-fashioned term, poacher, but that's what he is. He's a poacher, and I'm not sure Barca knew how to value that, so they sort of delayed on the contract. And Chelsea came in, I suspect, offered him a pay rise.
Was it all them little levers that they had to try and pull, and they thought, well, if I'm going to lose one, he might be the best one to lose.
But he wasn't an especially valuable one, so I'm sure, I mean, Barcelona's finances, every little helps, but I don't think it was the sense that they sort of thought, well, we'll sell him so we don't have to sell Yamal, because Lamine Yamal's a €100 million player.
At least.
I think it was just that he wasn't a priority to them, and he spotted the chance to go to Chelsea and maybe go up in status.
Yeah, I mean, it served a really good purpose, hasn't it, for the club? It's kept all of these so-called fringe players busy, gaining status, goals, minutes, all those things the footballers like.
And as I said before as well, this competition, as we've said since match day 1, is a purpose for the attitude to try and play well, score goals, perform, to try and force your way into Maresca's first team in the Premier League. So when the weeks have gone by, the first couple of weeks, we thought, well, there's not many going to be breaking in. Me and Rory sat here one night, we'd done an 11 in about match day 2, 3, and we said, well, none of these players that are playing tonight will get in the first team. You fast forward a couple of weeks, then all of a sudden João Felix got in the first team. Madueke was playing in and out, but he was probably a starter for the first team in the Premier League, but played in this competition. Neto's played in this competition as well. Dewsbury Hall has been magnificent in his attitude. So you can tell that there's something building at the football club, and I think this competition, especially for the younger players as well, is serving a very good purpose for them.
Well, obviously that's that story there of that last 8, which is terrific, and the best run since Conte in 2016, when of course Chelsea went on to win the league. It includes a number of results in this competition, so the momentum is good.
It's been perfect for them, because as Don says, it's kept players fresh. It's not drained the first team, for want of a better term. It's given Maresca a chance to allow players to play themselves into form. So Jadon Sancho played against Heidenheim, then pitched up in the Premier League team again. It'll be really interesting to see how he deals with it once the knockouts start, because suddenly the pressure increases, the quality of opposition will go up, with all due respect to the teams that Chelsea have faced. It becomes slightly more challenging, and ultimately, as Kieran Dewsbury Hall said last week, they have to win it. There is no option for Chelsea but to win it. But for now, it feels like it's contributed to Chelsea's momentum rather than detracted from it.
Yeah. What about Shamrock Rovers? Your boy plays over in Ireland. I mean, they've done brilliant they're into the playoffs. Okay, amazing. First defeat tonight, and it was at the hands of a good Chelsea side.
I think they'll
maybe showed a bit of a difference.
I think they'll learn from it. They've had good results. They were unbeaten before tonight, but I think when they look back defensively, it was a hard place to go, obviously. When you get the team sheets in as Chelsea at the bridge, it's going to be difficult. They should have done a little bit better in terms of managing the game. The first goal they give away was a lack of communication. There was a couple of bad back passes, 1 or 2 goals and errors that they conceded. So I think they'll move on. I think if you want to ask them, would they be in and around the playoffs at this point. Absolutely. So they could be very proud.
Yeah. Good on them. And Chelsea march on. Next stop.
Enzo Maresca has come out to join us here. Another big win tonight. 6 wins out of 6, Enzo. 26 goals scored. How do you assess that league phase campaign overall?
Yeah, very happy with the performance, with the results. In this kind of games, sometimes it's easy not to do in terms of, you underestimate. Or I think once again they show how serious they are, how professional they are, and this is the right way.
And a great night for your young players, for your academy tonight as well. How much does that please you?
Yeah, very happy. Since we start, we try to share minutes. Tonight also was a chance for young players, academy player, but we have some good profile also for the future. George Achipong, Tyreek, both 06, so very young. And yeah, we are happy for them.
And Mark Guiu as well. Joe was just saying he thinks he can go all the way. Just how high is his ceiling, do you think?
No, Mark is a bit unlucky because Nicolas is doing well, Cristo is doing well. So for a 9, when you have another 9 that is scoring goal and is doing well, it's a matter of be patient. And Mark also is another 06, very young. So it's important that they continue to work in the right way day by day, and then they get the chance.
Enzo, how important has it been? Because you've been able to look at, as you come into the club, look at everyone in this competition. And how happy have you been? Because the players who've not been playing in the Premier League have been able to come into this team and perform so well, so that you know that they are training at the level and they're able to come in and win every game.
I'm very happy, especially for that, because as I said before, in this kind of games, and you know very well, it's easy not to do, not to have the right performance, but they show the day by day, and they know also that if they don't work hard, if they don't work properly, they are not going to play it, no matter the competition. So they take the chance, and this is one of the reasons why I'm very happy with them.
A lot of people looked at the squad in the summer and just thought this can never work. But as you're saying, the rotation has been working so well. Is that what is key, that everyone knows they have to earn those minutes?
Yeah, absolutely. The good thing when you have 2 players in each position and they are good is that if the one that is playing is not doing well, there is another one in behind ready to go. And this competition between them, it's something important.
There was a lovely moment, I saw it earlier on today, where you was giving the new lads their lockers in Cobham. Is that a really nice part of your job? We're able to bring the young players in to say, well done, you're now with us.
Yeah, and also because it's not something I said that they have to take for granted. They have to work in the right way and get the chance to be with us. Now that they are there, they have to defend that. So they have to work properly, they have to continue on that. And when they are good, no matter the age, they are good.
I was just going to go back to what you talked about, Mark Guiu, the striker, because you got 2 for every position you said, but you got Jackson, you got Nkuku. That makes 3 for 1 position.
Yeah,
is it now he goes on loan, or you think he could stay and maybe?
I said since we start that probably the best time for Cristo Nkunku for us, with us, has been in pre-season when he was playing for me in his position, that is more as a number 10 than a striker. I don't think Cristo is a real striker. The thing is that we have many number 10. We have Cole, we have Joao, we have Cristo. So the only thing I'm trying to do is to find space and solution for all of them. Yeah. And Mark is young. We don't know what's happening in January. We're going to see.
Yeah. Talking about Cole, are you planning on making any changes to this squad now you're into the last 16 and maybe adding the likes of Cole Palmer and Fofana?
Depends also in January. In January we don't want to sell players, but probably players that they are not playing a lot or all the games, they are a little bit unhappy and they want to leave. Depends a little bit what's happening in January, and then we decide.
And how important is the FA Cup going to be for you now to keep players happy, keep them ticking over?
Yeah. Now this competition will be apart until March. Then we have the FA Cup. But I just said to the players, now we have Sunday game, then Wednesday game, then Sunday game, three Premier League games in 1 week. So they have to be ready because they are going to play.
And I want to ask you about Marc Cucurella as well. Joel was singing his song in the studio earlier. It's the first time in his career he scored in successive games. But what have you made of his performances and the positions that he's getting into?
No, especially it's probably the first time that he scored with that the other day, and he scored with the right. I just said him, and he said to me, and also I was captain tonight. So everything happened very, very early. Now, Mark, I said many times, for me, if you are in the right position, that is what at the beginning the player they struggle to understand. But if you are in the right position, the ball will arrive there and we have a chance. Mark the other day was in the right position, tonight was in the right position. It's more about understanding the game, understanding the position, and Mark, but all of them, they are doing fantastic.
And now you turn your attention to Everton, a tough trip at the weekend. Is that a big test of character for you?
Yeah, very, very, very tough stadium, very tough opponent. The game will be once again very tough. I don't think in Premier League there are games that they are not tough, because the last one against Brentford was tough, the previous one was tough. I don't think we have played any game not tough, and Everton will be one more, and we're going to try to do our best and win again.
Yeah, that's the Premier League this season, but you're doing very well. Thank you very much, Enzo. Good to speak to you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Very much. Good luck. Thank you.
Well, that's the thoughts of the Chelsea boss. We can hear from the Shamrock Rovers manager, Stephen Bradley, now with Danny Jameson.
Fantastic, and the one word that springs to mind is just professional. They've just been ruthless in this tournament so far. There will be slightly tougher tests, but I still expect Chelsea, until it gets to the quarterfinals and semi-finals, or maybe even the final, that they should be able to navigate this with the players that are doing it. But do you bring Cole Palmer back into the squad, lads? Things like that. The lads have done so well. The young lads, it's a conundrum, but it's a fantastic position for the club to be in.
Lots of young players impressed tonight, Shay, but the standout one, Marc Guiu, getting his hat-trick this evening. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, it's the first time I've seen him live. I think you see more a player live when you're here pitch side, and you can see the movement of a striker. And yes, a couple of goals were from mistakes from Shamrock Rovers, his first couple of goals, but he's on the front foot. He's instinctive. It's going to come back to him, and he's really expecting this mistake. He's the one who's kind of thinking, can I get in? Can I get on the end of it? There's probably some strikers would have given that up, but he's got, there might be an opportunity here. There might be a mistake. I'll just follow this up, and you can see there he's at the top of the picture. He just thinks, "I'll tell you, I'm in," and he nearly takes his head off on the post actually with the replay. But it's just instinctive, Joe. It's been in the right place in the right area, thinking there could be a mistake, and it's a striker's finish.
Yeah, I mean, I likened him to Suarez when I've watched him a few times now, and I've got a lot of stick for it. But I'm not saying he is Luis Suarez now. But what he's got is that instinct. He's got that bravery as well, putting himself in. And that is just pure instinct. He might pass the ball back. He's what if he passes it? I'm going to gamble, bang, and he commits to it. He don't just amble up there. He's full pace. It's great.
It's another mistake, but if you actually pause it as he hits it, Lindsay, it's a really tight angle as well. He didn't panic. He made a great touch around the goalkeeper, and it's a brilliant finish.
Still not easy.
No, it's not an easy finish.
He's an opportunist, Joe, like all good strikers.
No, listen, that's what they do. You can't teach this type of. Where's the ball going to go? 2 steps backwards, and that's a great header. You'll see it better in a moment. Look, he comes across. The centre-half's got hold of him, pushes him away. He just finds another space where the ball might go. And you see this from this angle here. It's great, Shay, isn't it?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's a bit of hang time as well, Lindsay. He stayed up in the air. As Joe rightly says, there's a couple of steps back, a couple of steps forward, a bit of push off the defender. He gets a run on the defender, and he just glides it into the corner. It's a brilliant header.
6 goals scored. He's now the top scorer in this competition. But for the club as a whole, Joe, how much of a privileged, brilliant position are they in to have 3 goal scorers that they have in this squad now, along with Jackson and Nkunku?
Yeah, well, that was the criticism last year, Shay. People thought, where's the Drogba, where's the Costa? You've got to forget the past. These lads are the future. They've come in and now they're all scoring goals. They could all have a claim to start on Saturday, in the next game against Everton. They've all done well. But my thought with Marc Guiu is, how Barcelona let him go? When I watch him play, and he's 18 years of age, this kid in 2 years' time could be an established, unbelievable number 9. I think he can go all the way. Because I watch him, and all the things that you can't teach, he's already got. He knows where to go in the box, his instincts, his aggression, he's brave. And you can brush up on all the other things in his game. And to 18, and he's playing with a smile on his face. I think Barcelona have made a real mistake there.
How hard is it going to be, though, till he gets to the point to be a Premier League starter at this club? Bearing in mind, Nkunku is the top scorer, and he doesn't get a look in at the moment in the Premier League.
That's the biggest problem for Enzo Maresca. What happens next? Because obviously January's around the corner. Do they loan him out, perhaps get more experience, or does he think after a hat-trick tonight, do you know what, this guy's ready? I keep hold of him. He's going to maybe come off the bench a few times in the Premier League and could make the difference. He's really so sharp and a bit of an unknown for Premier League defenders as well, because he's got that instinct in front of goal.
It'll be a nightmare, Shay, for the last 20 minutes of the game. If you're a centre-half and your legs have been tested and this kid comes on and he's pressing, and he's almost in a catch-22, because he probably could do with going somewhere and getting 20 games in the Premier League and he'll be a better player. But you wouldn't want to let him go out the door at this club, because I think he'll have a say in the second half of the season.
Yeah, he shone tonight in a statement win for...
Yo, guys. What a match. Chelsea dominated the game. Chelsea vs Shamrock Rovers. We showed them that we are not in the same class. We played well and everybody performed excellent. We dominated the game from the beginning to the end. So even the one that even paid me past that, these people came to our house and tried to intimidate us with their fans, throwing sorts of things in our pitch. But after everything, we teach them lesson. So next time they will know their mate, that we are not their mate. So how the game panned out? We played well. We played well. Our ball, like Champong, really played well. George, he came to the party. Guiu is our shining star right now. Guiu with the hat-trick, really played well. So everything went well. There is no negative. Cucurella keeps scoring. He cannot stop scoring. So we played well and the game went well. And Enzo Maresca is taking Chelsea to the next level. Like I said before, who want to care, let him care. Because you see Chelsea, we are going somewhere. We are really going somewhere. So after everything, we played well. The Sassy played well. Somebody like DBH really played well. He scored. And Guiu scored hat-trick, honestly. Cucurella scored. We show these people that we are far better than them. We are far better than them. So we are looking towards our next match, Everton, on Sunday. It will be another interesting match that everybody will be waiting to see. So honestly, we dominated the game. We played well. So that, well, nothing we expected. We didn't expect less. This is what we really expected. So we just we just flog them. We use cane and flog them. Those Rovers, I don't know what they call them. We are not in the same class. That is a great match. That is a great match. And the match is, when you meet this kind of people, beat them well. At least beat them well. They will know, yes, these people, they really pass us. So Chelsea showed them that they really pass them. That is record development. Now I say we don't score. We are not scoring more than now. That is from 2 up, from 3, 2 up. With 1 goal. No. Like I said before, we have sold our clean sheet. But the problem is, can you stop us scoring you? I don't think so. Up Chelsea. Up Chelsea.